Mm, 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 mm. Today's meeting number.
265.
All right. Just quickly checking on the YouTube live. So, like, no. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to number 265 of Bright Beginning Toastmasters Club. I'm Anshuman Mishra and I'm going to be your sergeant announcer today morning. The mission of a Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. To enable this, please ensure certain ground rules. Please ensure that all your secondary devices are on switched off or silent mode. You have 10 seconds to check. Please speak responsibly about sex, religion, politics in your speeches. Use the feature of raising a hand, thumbs up, and applause when needed. Don't use Zoom messaging in between the meeting until it is required. And then not occur, please put yourself on mute during the meeting. If you're playing the role, no need to check whether you're audible or not. One of us will let you know. Please make sure that all the role players have added role name as prefix and real name as suffix to the username of the meeting. For example, I'm the TTM, so I'll label myself as TTM underscore Anshuman. All right, I'd like to now hand over the stage to someone who's going to break the barriers this year in the international speech contest. I'm confident about that. Why am I confident? Because he's persistent, he's enthusiastic, and he's been practicing to become a world champion since the day one he has joined Toastmasters. He's no other than Toastmaster Aryan. I'd like to hand over the stage to the presiding officer of Pride Wing Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Aryan.
Thank you for that lovely introduction. Now, today I want to begin with a story. Back when I was in 8th grade, a sketch club, an art club. I was there with my best friend, and it was a student led volunteer organization. There were no teachers around, nobody to scold us, to tell us that we were doing everything wrong. At the end of the year, we had this huge project. We had to make a sculpture and present it in a school fair. Now, my friend and I, since there was nobody to scold us, were going to have all the fun in the world. Everybody else was working, everybody else was trying to make this exquisitely detailed face of a person to show at the club, at the school fair, and we would just be suggesting to them maybe it would look better if you attach the eyebrow at the chin. Maybe it would look better if her face was at a 90-degree angle. We would always be having fun with them. But at the end, we realized that the club fair was going to be chaos, that the project is not ready, we have 1 week left to go, and we have to complete it. That is when him and I really got into it. That is when we began working like crazy. We did more in that 1 week than the whole club had accomplished in 9 months. And it taught us the importance of being in the uncomfortable zone, being in a place where the timeline is so close that you have to put everything into it. You have to stay awake day and night to try and complete your project. I'm sure you've all been there as well. A time when a report is due tomorrow, but you don't have enough time to complete it. And that is where we most get to learn. Today is one of those days. Because of Rakhi, we have less people attending the meeting today. But we decided that we would still go for it. We would still try to make it work. And despite the fact that it might be uncomfortable, we don't have role players, we don't have people joining, we'll still make it work. Because when people are given roles at the last minute in a Toastmasters meeting, that is when they get to learn. The anxiety you feel, I don't know what the timer is supposed to do, what the grammarian is supposed to say. That is what makes you comfortable with the chaos around you. because the chaos never goes away. I've been team mod, been a speaker, been MC, all these different places, the chaos is always there. The only way that we improve is by being absolutely thrown into the chaos, into the deep end, and still making it out alive. That is going to be our meeting today. Now, with that, I would like to talk to some of the guests who are joining today. Hi, to be Toastmaster Nikita. What makes you come here today? What are you expecting from the meeting?
Yeah, so like good morning everyone. So I was a ex Toastmaster of TMCP Central Pune. So it was really good experience, and thereafter I'm it has been a lot of gap since I have previously joined in 2000. It is at the time of Corona. It was 2023. So from that it is so long gap, and now I'm back. So now I'm in the teaching profession. So it is very important to have a fluency as well, as because people look at you in a more precise way. And so I feel that if I continue the Toastmaster, I will be more beneficial as well as I will be more confident about it. So I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, to be Toastmaster Nikita. I think we also have to be Toastmaster Vipul here. To be Toastmaster Vipul, would you like to introduce yourself, tell us about what you are expecting from this meeting today?
Yeah. Hi everyone. This is Vipul Agrawal, and yeah, I joined one of the meetings of this Bright Beginning Toastmasters in person. I think last year, and that that gave me a bit of chance where I can learn or I can improve my communication skills, because nowadays it is one of the most important skills that you have, that you need also. So yeah, that's why I tried to join here again as a guest. We'll see if I can join the club in future. But yeah, thanks for having me. That's all.
Thank you, to be Toastmaster Vipul. Now, we also have somebody here to support us throughout this process today. So, I'll give you a short brief. Today, we're having an impromptu speaking marathon. We'll go around the table, everybody will get a topic, and we will speak about the topic in 1 to 2 minutes. And to support me here, I have my timer, Toastmaster Sanskar, and I'll hand it over to him. He'll brief you about his role now. Over to you, Toastmaster Sanskar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aryan, for handing me over the stage. So today I have the timer role, and which is a very special role. As we all know, time is money, and we don't have much time. So moving forward, so I'll be explaining my role today, which is as Toastmaster Aryan told, it is between 1 to 2 minutes. It is minimum time being the 1 minute, 1 minute 30 seconds being the middle time, and 2 minutes being the final red card. And after 30 seconds, you're given 30 seconds after the 2 minutes time, so that you can just clear up your speech and conclude your speech. So wait, I'll have to share my screen. Hey, Aryan, can you give me the link, please, again? Sorry.
Yes, no issues. I'll just share it now and I'll share the link with you as well.
Sure. Okay. Thank you, Aryan. So starting from the green card, we have the 1 minute time rule where you are given as I have told you, we are given a 1 minute where you have started your speech, which is the minimum time you have taken. And then you move on to the yellow card, which is the 1 minute 30 seconds. This is where you have to start with your middle of the speech. You try something with your body, and now moving on to the red card, which is the 2 minutes, where you have to start concluding your speech, because then you will be entering into a disqualification mode, which is after the 30 seconds you are given after the 2 minutes. So that is to conclude my timer role. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Aryan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanskar. We also have our table topic master here today who will be giving us all of the topics. And I believe Toastmaster Harsh has joined as well. Anyways, I would like to hand it over to our table topic master, Toastmaster Anshuman. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Aryan. There's so many Aryans today joining. We'll have to rename them. All right, so let me rename Toastmaster Hirsch. All right, so this is not a usual meeting. We usually have our meetings on Saturday, but today we are having it in lieu on Sunday, which apparently only a few selected members knew about. So it kind of like a secret Sunday club, which should be a popular members club. But anyhow, since we're part of the secret members club, we'll practice table topics in our own secretive way. So, a table topic for the reference of Nikita and Vipul is a spontaneous topic given to you for where you have to speak on it without too much thinking for 1 to 2 minutes. And we'll have our evaluator for it, Toastmaster Aryan, who's going to evaluate us on the table topic at the end of the meeting. So we'll try and squeeze in 2 table topics for all of us today so that we get enough practice on a Sunday. I don't know if that's what we're looking for, but since you joined it, you'll get it. And we'll start with Toastmaster Sanskar and who's going to time him? Toastmaster. Okay, all right, perfect. So, Toastmaster Sanskar, if you could swap your life with one fictional character for a day, who would it be and why? If you could swap your life with one fictional character for a day, who would it be and why? Toastmaster Sanskar.
Okay, so if you guys have heard about a character named Tintin, which is a very famous comic book character and also has showed in some movies as well, which is a so I had been watching these fictional comics about a character which is on every treasure run or some adventurous trail and is finding something and after every comic there is one life lesson which we all need in life. It is to have fun, to have maybe to spend time with your friends, something he has on his life going on and how he faces it. And that is one character, and that is aside, most of it is already about having fun, which is about his adventures. And what I love about his character is that whatever he does, he makes it look so fun. That is the vibes I love about this character, and what he brings around his friends, brings around his own people, shares us something very crucial in life. And so, as to conclude, what I like about what I want to be like this, why I want to be like this fictional character is something which I don't have currently, and I'm looking forward to it. That is it. Thank you, Toastmaster. Over to you, Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thanks, thanks a lot, Toastmaster Sanskar, for sharing that heartful anecdote to your favorite character. All right, who do we have next? Soon to be Toastmaster Nikita. Are you ready for your table topic? Can't hear you.
Yeah. Yes. Hi, everyone. Hi, Ashman.
Yep.
Yes, I'm ready.
Soon to be Toastmaster Nikita. What's a decision you made that changed your life forever? What's a decision you made that changed your life forever? Soon to be Toastmaster Nikita.
Hello, Toastmaster. So, yeah, as I mentioned, in 2023, there was Corona time, and after that, I got married. After that, there was so issues in my life, so issues in my life, so issues in my life. Because everyone has it. After marriage, the life is not that easy. Bachelor's life, converting into married life is so difficult. But yes, I truly accept this, that I have got one of the best thing in my life. And at that time there were so many difficult things were going on, but I choose the right decision, that being with him forever. And I really appreciate to about him also, that effort he has given in our relationship as well as I have. And I am really happy because things doesn't work as we have planned. It is totally different, people change, but then to being with being in the same routine and being in the same flow is something I feel very like whenever I see it, turn back and sees the memory, and whenever I have took that decision, I feel very appreciating about me and my husband, and I'm really happy for that. And I also give you an advice that the things when the difficult times last are for few what you can say is like for few times, but you have to take a stand for in that decision. The things get worst, things get very difficult, but at that point you have to be positive and take a good decision, because it is very important to take a decision which is very positive. And that is how. So thank you, Toastmaster.
Thanks, Nikita, for sharing that anecdote. Even I got married during COVID times, and I know somehow know what you might have gone through. I think so. This is a high five to all the folks who got married during COVID times. All right, next, Sunil Toastmaster Vipul, are you ready for your table topic?
Uh, yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, I do remember you joining, right? Like you came to Mayank's basement, I believe.
Yeah.
Right, right. I
In
still.
T Block, I attended that.
Yes, yes.
One of
Thank you. Right. Thank you for joining again. All right. Um. Let me see. All right. A challenging one for you. So, what's a recent invention do you think will be remembered 100 years from now? What's a recent invention do you think will be remembered 100 years from now? Sundeep Toastmaster Vipul.
okay. So the recent invention, what I read is, I'm not sure if you have heard of, that is a Chenab Bridge that has been recently opened. I think in the state of Jammu Kashmir. So it is a remarkable architecture that is built by engineers, and it's almost like, I'm not sure of kilometers, but it's more than 5 kilometers. It's an arc bridge, so that's a recent kind of built architecture that will be there for 100 years. The because this invention was led by a woman, which is a commendable job, because we see women are not doing well. But recently, also in Operation Sindhu, two of the women who led this operation, they came up. So yeah, I feel this architecture will be there for more than 100 years, or maybe more than 500 years. But all, yeah, maintenance will always be there, because if things if we don't maintain things properly, then it won't work as we feel. And yep, this is one of the invention which I can think of right now. Yeah, that's all from my end. Thanks.
Thank you for sharing. Definitely, the bridge is a marvel of architecture, and
Yeah.
hopefully, surely, it'll last for 100 more years. All right. Um, Toastmaster Hertz, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. What if you woke up tomorrow in 2050? What if you woke up tomorrow in 2050, Toastmaster Hertz?
Life has always been a curveball. Every moment I think it's not going my way. It's not going my way. What should I do? But if I woke up 25 years from now, tomorrow, will I be happy? No. Because I will have missed most of the important events that are going to happen in my life. I'm still single, I'm not married. So I want to live through that phase, not just woke up 25 years later along with in beside someone and thinking, who is she? I want to go through that phase, that courtship phase, that honeymoon phase, and feel that love. I want to start a family, and the best part of that is through the initial years. Waking up 25 years later won't be as won't be as much ecstatic as I think it would be. However, it will also mean that some of the life's tough points, my bottom points will have passed, and I will be uh, living a more comfortable and well-established life. But do I want to trade that for the smaller and growth phased moments of my life? Definitely not. So if I woke up 25 years later in 2050, I'd slap myself and force myself to sleep and wake up again in the same timeline. Thank you, and back to you, table topic master Ashwin.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster. I heard that was pretty interesting take on waking up in 2050. Definitely, I think relate to all your aspirations. Um, all right, who do we have? Toastmaster Aryan, I think it's only you left. Hmm, what do we have for Toastmaster Aryan? Hmm. So, Toastmaster Aryan, what if money wasn't needed to survive? What if money wasn't needed to survive? Toastmaster Aryan.
What if money wasn't needed to survive? Would humanity come to a standstill? Would people stop working, stop going for their corporate jobs, stop trying to just survive? Do we think that people who work today work because they want to get by, because they want to pay for their families, to help their families only survive? Or do they work because they want to give every possible luxury to their family? I think that if money suddenly was not needed to survive, people would work nonetheless. The people who work for the joy of work, people who want to work because it helps them advance humanity, help the world, make the world a better place, would keep working anyway. I am one of those people. I don't work because we can earn money from it. Because if you work just to earn money, then you're selling away 8 hours of your day just for some paper. Now, I know that money is important for survival as well. But what if it was possible that you could work not just for the money, but for the enjoyment, for the thrill of the process itself, of exploring something new, learning something new, and having the opportunity to create something? We spend so many years of our life around our childhood trying to discover what path we will go to, what we will choose to become. I cannot believe that we do it because of the money we will make just to survive. We do it because we want to enjoy it, we want to have the thrill of it. We want to make the world a better place in the unique way that only we can. Work is much more than what we do to survive, what we do to just earn money. It's what we do for fulfillment. It's what we do for achievement, for self actualization. And that is why, even if money was suddenly not required to survive, I think humanity would keep working anyway. Back to your table topic, master.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Aryan. Toastmaster, should we do a one round? Okay, we also have Toastmaster Mank. I don't know. Toastmaster Mank, are you ready for your table topic? And Toastmaster, should we do like one round of evaluation after this and then do the second round? Will you be okay with that?
Yeah, sure. I'm right on here.
Beautiful. Woohoo. All right. So Toastmaster Mayank, a stranger hands you a mysterious envelope. What's inside? Toastmaster Mayank, a stranger hands you a mysterious envelope. What's inside? Toastmaster Mayank.
Well, it all depends that who the stranger, at what location is he giving, and what is likely to be a content of it. If the stranger is crossing and giving me a letter or a paper or a document or a parcel, and I'm at the airport, I'll be terrified. I will throw it out there right away and disown any relation to it whatsoever because it could be a bomb, an anthrax, or possibly something else. But it could be somebody who could just be giving me uh, a well wishing card, happy, go around somewhere, or maybe some stack of cash, fine printed 500 rupees notes where I can use with the saying that, oh, thank you for your gesture and your random help. And here is your bonus tip for the day. And I would surely take it in my hands, uh, take it and thanking him, pass it on for that noble cause. Or maybe I keep some portion of it and pass it on to the next person who may I think depends. But totally depends on what that stranger looks like, behaves like, and in what setting is that price or amount or an envelope coming in. It could be a bomb. So I could just, you know, throw it off and save myself. Because you see, when we were a child, we were told don't accept anything from strangers. I don't know what that guy wants by giving me an uncertain package or envelope or letter. It could be anything on earth. I think that's what I will do. Thank you so much. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Mayank, for sharing that. It depends on the context of where the envelope was shared. Definitely, even I'll also get the same feeling. And to see how we performed in the first round of table topic, we have a table topic evaluator who's going to share the first round of evaluation. After that, we'll try and incorporate that evaluation in our second round of table topic where we might reverse the order. Over to you,
Point,
Toastmaster Ari.
point of order, I believe one table topic has been missed. Toastmaster Anshuman is still due for a table topic.
Maybe
Toastmaster,
I'll do it in the second round. But
no, you also have to give table topics like anybody else.
yeah, okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Any crowd suggestions before
Crowd
I give him a
suggest
very hard topic?
crowd of six people.
Anybody, Toastmaster Mank, feel free to give a very hard topic.
Sorry, I need to give a topic to Toastmaster Anshuman.
A
Yes.
hard topic.
A hard topic. Um, how does it feel when the limelight goes away from you to your child? Toastmaster Anshuman. Toastmaster Anshuman, how do you feel when the limelight goes away from you to your child?
The spotlight effect. One of the most phenomenal psychological aspect every human being goes through is that you have a spotlight on you. Everyone is looking on you, everyone is caring about you, everyone is taking care of your action. And if you do something wrong, you will be reprimanded. You are the star of your own show. The social media, the internet app companies all run on this phenomena. There's a spotlight is on you. And when you become a parent, when you have a child in your life, you realize that spotlight was a facade. Like Shakespeare said, the world is a stage and we are all mere players. You realize that life is theatrical. And as parents, your core duty is to take care of your child on whom you're actually throwing the spotlight. But you, as parents, are sacrificing your life for the upbringing of a single soul. That is genuinely a true spotlight. That relationship can't be taken away. That relationship is the most precious relationship for the child and the parent, because for the child, that relationship is the sole relationship his or her life will entirely run. So that spotlight is important, is crucial, because without it, the child may develop trauma, may develop issues, may not have the best upbringing if the spotlight is rightly not shown on the child. But you, as a parent, realize in the hindsight what your parents did well or not did well by throwing that spotlight or not throwing that spotlight. So overall, definitely, spotlight feels like a great phenomena, but in reality, at times spotlight may be on you. Like for example, the Zoom spotlight is on me right now, but in reality, that's not the case. You're on your own. Nobody's caring about you, except in a situation when you're a parent and you're throwing a genuine, pure, relationship oriented spotlight on your child, which is so crucial to him or her that their life will be defined that way. So we have to ensure that we shine that spotlight in a healthy, beautiful manner. Thank you. Over to you, Tosmas Aryan, to share the feedback.
The irony of this topic was that when we were child, the spotlight was on our parents. When we grown up, it's moved to our child. We have never been on spotlight, and I think we are happy with the Zoom spotlight.
Maybe that's why we joined Toastmasters.
All right, let's move to the evaluation section of the first round. Hopefully, people will be incorporating these suggestions in the next round. Okay, I'll go in order. First, we had Toastmaster Sanskar. So, Toastmaster Sanskar, you connected very well to the topic immediately. You mentioned Tintin and how you like him. I could see that you like Tintin. For some reason, I was missing the story. I was missing the connection between why you like him. If you can create a story of, I remember this one time that Tintin this, and that is not something that I might do. And he showed a trait that maybe you don't have, right? And when I can see that piece of the puzzle, it's easier for me to connect. And that can also help you in finding the message, creating some message in your table topic, which would be that maybe when we see actors or when we see characters in movies, fictional characters even, we can learn traits from them, we can help our personality develop because we see them do it. That was slightly missing, but the Tintin thing, you connected very well on it immediately. Okay, the story you have to include more into it. Otherwise the delivery is good. Okay, when you know what you're about to speak, you're well, you're able to handle the stage well. But when you feel that, okay, now I don't know what I'm going to say next, I can kind of see that, and I want you to keep that facade that no, I'm sure what I'm going to say next. I shouldn't feel like, okay, Sanskar kind of, lost his trail there. But well done on connecting fast. It was a little bit of a, curveball kind of a topic. Next, we have Toastmaster Nikita. Okay. So to be Toastmaster Nikita, you set up the problem very well. I could very well relate with the problem of COVID and going from bachelorette to being married, and you were not expecting this as a whole. You were able to put me in your shoes, and I was able to understand that, yeah, I know what is going on. It must be such a huge transition. Two things that I think you could have added that you might add in your next table topic. One would be if you could explain to me your hardship with a story. Maybe, I don't know, to give a stereotypical example, your mother-in-law is, this, oh no, no, whatever, whatever. If you can show me the problem of, oh no, this is so much worse than it was before, or I was expecting such a great married life, what is going on? That would be able to help me connect that very well. Very often we have this proclivity to say what happened instead of showing it through a story. Okay, that is one thing. And the second thing that I would include is a message. What did it teach you? Like the the topic was, what was one decision that has changed your life, right? And so you did incorporate the message well towards the end of being positive and stuff like that. I felt like you did not kind of completely bring it full circle. You might say, in the beginning I was so hopeful and I got completely disappointed, but the thing that put me through it was the fact that we kept going and my husband was willing to do so much for me. You have to kind of bring it together with a message that you can give to me as well. Otherwise, great table topic, you set up very well, you are able to deliver the emotion very well as well. Okay, next we have Toastmaster, to be Toastmaster Vipul. So to be Toastmaster Vipul, you had a good conversational tone. You were able to bring that. I was able to feel a bit of a friendly connect with what you were saying, and you were, going on in kind of a friendly conversational tone. I felt that you were kind of pivoting from topic to topic. You brought up the architecture. You went to, the operations in the. So I would want to have you stay on one topic throughout the whole table topic instead of kind of pivoting, because then when I'm trying to recall the topic, I am thinking of all these different things that you were mentioning instead of the one thing that you were focusing on. If you can get my point. Besides that, the tone is good, the delivery for now is good. We have to work on the story that you bring to your table topic. Okay. Next, we have Toastmaster Harsh. Okay, Toastmaster Harsh, your opening was very good. The feeling, the nuanced emotion of, oh no, I could feel you looking here and there of feeling disappointed. Oh no, 25 years of my life have gone by. I was expecting that if you wake up tomorrow, you won't have aged 25 years, by the way. But that was also a good spin that you brought to the table topic. The nuanced delivery was very good. Part of the thing was at times I felt you were doing some expressions that did not completely connect to the speech. So, for example, I remember you looked kind of disappointedly out to the side. That was very good. But in between, when you were kind of doing some comparatively random things that are less connected to the content of what you're speaking, it kind of disconnects me. You're saying one thing, you're kind of showing another, so I don't feel those two being in unison. That is one thing. Another thing I felt was um, you were not sure how you want to bring the table topic together. How do you want to conclude it so that the story is, full circle? And when you don't have that message of, even though I woke up 25 years in the future, we'll make it work. I'll tell my wife the truth, and we'll be on the same page. After that, she'll help me out and tell me all of the stuff that has happened or whatever. If you can bring it together that full circle, then it's much clearer for me of what you're actually trying to say, right? And I feel like when you have a lack of clarity on the message, the sentences tend to get longer, and I'm not able to follow the sentences, what exactly you're trying to say. So think about how you're gonna bring it all together, and that's how you'll be able to say it very concisely. Next, we have our awesome ex-president Toastmaster Mank. So Toastmaster Mank, you always have a great vocal variety, great expressions. Even though it's just right here, you're able to bring the humor, bring the different dynamics to your table topic. That you did very well. The answer was good. It was candid. It was casual. I just wanted you to bring it back to a message in the end. That maybe about how we have this proclivity to assume that if somebody is handing us an envelope, it has a bomb in it, or I don't know what. It is a little bit of a tougher topic to bring back to a message, but my final full story moment for a table topic would be that you told the whole story, you went through all of these different dynamics, these different thoughts of the question that Toastmaster Anshuman gave to you. What is the final thing that I should carry away from it? That would be my question for your table topic. Next, we have our table topic master, Toastmaster Anshuman. So Toastmaster Anshuman, you always use your hands very well in this small, square space. You're able to bring your hands into it. Your vocal variety is good. You're able to, go through different dynamics. The story, you're able to recite it very well. One thing I noticed is that there are two things in your table topic that I can always predict. Okay. If you get a topic about money, you're going to talk about the concept of money. You're going to talk about the concept of romance, the concept of whatever topic has been given to you, and then you segue into the story. Okay. I want you to make it less about the rational side of your topic, much more about the story side, just to challenge yourself. When you get a topic about money, Oh, I remember 7 years back, I had no money in my bank account and I owed all of the money to a friend. Go into the story directly. And one thing also is your table topics tend to have less of story and more of anecdote. So the difference between story and anecdote, as far as I understand it, is you telling about what was going on, about what happened, about how life is very hard without money. And the difference between anecdote is my life was very hard in my 20s, I had no money. And story would be we went out to a tea cart and all of my friends bought tea. I didn't even have enough money for tea. I had to pay all my debts to different people. I can't even buy tea now and they're laughing at me. That is the difference between story and anecdote. I would want you to, think in scenes that you can paint, think in pictures that you can paint for the audience of what was exactly going on. That is a challenge that I would give to you because, that way you can make your table topics much more visual. That is it for my first round of table topic evaluations, and with that, I would like to hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Anshuman. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Aryan, for that excellent evaluation. I hope we all got a chance to think about that evaluation and how we can incorporate in our second round of table topics. I hope we are ready for the second round of table topics and in random order, starting with Toastmaster Hertz. Toastmaster Hertz, you're going to open the batting today. Right now. Okay. Let me see. Mm, mm, mm. Another what if question.
Okay.
What if you could swap jobs with anyone in the world for a week? What if you could swap jobs with anyone in the world for a week? Toastmaster Hirsch.
If I could swap job with anyone in the world for a week, I would choose that one up there. His job to protect the world, his job to uh, manage everything. I would definitely want to be in his shoes and look over everything that is happening. Oh, that guy is being that guy is being a crazy guy. I have to punish him. Oh, those are lovely people helping others. I should send them some gifts. Get so a- anyway, anyone who is at the top, I'll choose the topmost person in the world. Not Putin or POTUS, but thy God. I'll be floating in my clouds, watching over every living being in the world. In the evening, I'll set out to over savannas and watch over the animals, the lions fighting, the cheetahs running, the deers grazing. And at night, I'll come and watch over the humans. Are there any miscreants out there? I have to punish them. I'll make notes of them and I'll punish them. And I'll wonder, am what if I was being watched, or and in that way I'd try to live a life. I'd like to make my life better and run it through that vision. Thank you, and back to you, Table Topic Master Anshuman.
Thanks for Toastmaster Hirsch. That was quite interesting. All right, Toastmaster Sanskar. Is it better to be an early bird or a night owl? Is it better to be an early bird or a night owl, Toastmaster Sanskar?
So, a topic which I can talk very descriptive, in a very descriptive way. So, I'm a guy which sleeps. I have a mixed feeling about this question. So, I kind of sleep sometimes in Saturdays or Sundays. I kind of sleep at maybe around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. just because I want to play something, just want to play some game or so. I have to watch some movie. And my weekdays, I like to be an early. I want to sleep early just because I have some responsibilities which I have to fulfill in order to move on with my life. It's the very crucial thing in everybody's life today with corporates, with any college. We have to sleep early because we have to wake up early and listen to our boss's orders in 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Maybe you are the boss. But again, you have the responsibility to guide someone. And this is where comes the point. I am I'm an early riser, and because I have to work in my gym, I have to do my studies, and it brings me to the point where sometimes it is very hassle but but I still have to do it. And again, this is where it comes apart that I think it is up to you guys that you have to be the early riser or you have to sleep or late at night. It is up to you guys, and I choose that you have to be mixed about this. This is my opinion. You can be mixed about it. Take some time off weekends. Stay up at late at night. Maybe it affects your health, but still you are having fun. That is it. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Anshul.
Thanks for Toastmaster Sanskar. That was quite an interesting take on the topic. Thank you for sharing. All right, Toastmaster Mayank.
Yeah, sure.
All right. If a morning routine was turned into a TV show, what would it be called? If your morning routine was turned into a TV show, what would it be called?
If my morning routine had to be a TV show, it will not be news or sanskar. It's gonna be the lazy bro up in the morning. Because for me, the best time to sleep is from 6 to 8. I love that sleep hours. You know, I think the quantum of sleep I catch, the quality of sleep that I catch between 11 at till 6 is probably lesser than what I catch the effect that I get between 6 to 8 in the morning. It will be the lazy bro who tells his family every day that hey, I have to get up and go to office early. I need to wake up on time, and somebody puts up an alarm of 7, and they're like, hey, it's the man, get up, it's time for you to get ready. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I will sleep. And then they will prepare my breakfast and tiffin and everything, and they are ready. And like, okay, your tiffin is ready at 7:30. You said you have to leave by 7:30. Like, really? It's already 7:30. And then finally, I wake up at 8, get ready, and I leave by 9:15. Reach office by 10:30, and then I'm like, half of the day is already gone. I don't know what to do. But then comes the afternoon, and I'm fully active and with active mind until 7:38, 9, 10, 11. Right? But my morning, if my mornings were to be uh, played on a TV show, I think people will just literally go up to sleep looking at my routine. But sometimes, yeah, I'm up, ready, getting busy with reading a newspaper, and then I fall off to sleep again for 1 hour after reading newspaper. I think newspapers are very good storybooks. Right? You open them in the morning, you start reading, and after 10 minutes, you'll be so tired and you will start yawning that you'll have to go to sleep. But yeah, you can find me on a game of chess as well. So it's quite divergent. Yeah, I think Ekta Kapoor can make out a serial out of it. This of कभी इंसान भी जागता था सुबह. Or and that means sometimes even the man used to get up and be active in the morning. I think that's all from my side. Thank you so much. Back to you, Table Topic Master. Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Mayank. All right. So, Toastmaster Vipul, you want to take up another topic?
Yeah.
All right. So, with the Independence Day coming in for India, so Toastmasters, soon to be Toastmasters, Vipul, what does freedom mean to you? What does freedom mean to you, soon to be Toastmaster, Vipul?
Yeah. So Independence Day is around the corner, and on Independence Day, what people generally do, they buy a 5 or 10 rupees flag, and they show themselves on social media that they are patriotic. And then on 16th of August, we find those flags lying on the road. This is If this is how we are going to celebrate this Independence Day, then please don't buy those flags at least. And the freedom which means to me is, you know, I can go anywhere I want, and the things which I find generally on roads, like police, they do barricading whenever a politician or some high leaders, they go through those roads. So this is not independence, because I'm also civilian. I have also you know urgency to go somewhere, and because of that barricading where politicians are going, and roads are blocked for half an hour just because a big politician is going, and I'm not able to do whatever I mean. Like, at that time, what was the urgency for me? This is not an independence for me. The real independence is every human or every citizen of India should have the equal right, to which the best of the capability they can do, like going on the roads or using the resources, whatever they can. Like, there are some of the resources which a politician or high, you know, rich people, or like whose net worths are high, they are using those resources, but they are not allocated or to us, or they are not reachable to us. So real independence is, or real freedom is, the right should be equal, the laws should be equal, the law should not be biased. Those who have money, they can buy those resources, or they can like overutilize or unnecessary use those resources. So it should be equal, and the law should be equal. It should not be biased to those who have some power, or who have access to those resources. That is really mean to me. Yeah, that's all, and thanks Anshuman, over to you.
Thanks a lot, soon to be Toastmaster, Vipul. Last but not the least, we'll take one for Toastmaster Aryan before he moves on to evaluate people. Toastmaster Aryan, what's a skill you've always wanted to master but haven't yet? What's a skill you've always wanted to master but you haven't yet, Toastmaster Aryan?
Back when I was in ninth grade, I saw a new Netflix show and I was so surprised. It was Suits, and when I saw Mike just calculating tens of hundreds of multiplications in a second, I was so surprised. How is it possible? How can he do this? I looked up some more. I watched The Mentalist, where he can essentially read people's minds, calculate thousands and thousands of numbers in a second. And I was interested. I was inspired. I have to be as smart as them. So I picked up a book, The Secrets of Mental Math. I want to be able to calculate in the thousands in only seconds. I read the whole book, I got all of the secrets. Now I know how you can calculate 5977 to 342.1. in 10 seconds, but I have never practiced it to be able to actually do it. There are many mathematical tricks, it turns out, that they all know and use that we are not aware about. When I read the book, I learned a lot. I decided that one day I will practice, I will go on it for months, and then suddenly I will also be able to calculate at the drop of a hat. I will be able to be a math wizard. I'll be able to prove to everybody that no, even though I failed math back in ninth grade, I am good at math after all. That is a skill that I have always wanted to learn, that I still have not been able to learn. And that is the one I want to work on whenever I do get time. What is the skill that you want to work on? Contest chair.
I want to improve public speaking through your feedback, Toastmaster Aryan. Over to you, Toastmaster Aryan, to give a final round of feedback to all the tabletop participants.
Okay. I would like 1 more minute to finalize my feedback. I think in the meanwhile, we can have the timer report from Toastmaster Sanskar. Over to you, Toastmaster Sanskar, for the timer report.
Okay, very beautifully spoke, Toastmaster Aryan. Thank you for handing me over the stage. So I'll be sharing my time report now, which has been done very beautifully. And let me just show you. Okay. Uh, okay, here's my timer report for now. I think Toastmaster Anshuman hasn't given one second table topic. So, anyways, starting with soon to be Toastmaster Vipul, he had given the 1 minute 8 seconds time for the table topic one. And for the second table topic, he had given the time of 2 minutes 28 seconds, just where you kind of have to wrap up before this. You have to start wrapping up when you're reaching about 2 minutes. That is my opinion. Aryan, you had given 2 minutes 15 seconds, which is very good, not bad, but still you have to start wrapping up when you're entering the 2 minutes phase. And 1 minute 40 seconds is the very peak time where you can end the speech, which is which is very good. Toastmaster Anshuman, it is you had just been before the threshold, 1 second before the threshold, so which you have to work upon. As for me, I had given a time of 1 minute 51 seconds. I had taken a lot of pauses, so it can be varying between 1 minute 30 to 1 minute 45 seconds. 2 minutes 4 seconds for my second table topic. Toastmaster Harsh, 1 minute 40 seconds and 1 minute 49 seconds. And for Toastmaster Mayank, which is 1 minute 51 seconds and 2 minutes 24 seconds, which is again reaching the threshold which you have to work upon. That is it. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Aryan.
Thank you for that report, Toastmaster Sanskar. Now let's move on to the second round of evaluations. So first we had Toastmaster Harsh. Toastmaster Harsh, you put a great funny spin on your topic. I loved that. Everybody was entertained by the spin. So the first 20 to 30 seconds of your table topic were quite engaging. Everybody was like, okay, what is he going to talk about? But as sometimes happens with tough topics, and essentially, especially when you take an unusual path down a tough topic, it is easy to run out of things that you can explore or stuff that you can say. I think a great reference here was Toastmaster Mang's first table topic with the envelope, because even though he didn't there was no concrete content, but I didn't feel like he was just blabbering on, since he was using the right expressions, the right dynamics of no, maybe my as we tell children, don't take stuff from strangers, and then he goes on to maybe there's a lot of cash in it. All of these different things that he explored, even though they might feel disconnected, they kept us engaged. So, in the same way, when you bring up an unusual tangent to your topic, if you are just saying it energetically and going down even comparatively varying topics, you can still keep the audience engaged. You can go on about, oh, I have a list of all of my enemies from my childhood. Okay, let me see what I will do to them. And then you can go on to, maybe I can just debit a bunch of money into my account so that when this job ends, I'm suddenly a billionaire. Like all these different things you can try. There might not be, one very united tangent that you are going down, many different parts, but they might not feel disconnected if you're delivering it in the correct way. That is the one change that I would make in your table topic. Otherwise, the topic was very good and it was very engaging, which is very hard to do in a table topic. So kudos for that. Next, we have Toastmaster Sanskar. So you talked about the night owl and the morning waking person, I guess. I like the nuanced look. I liked that you talked about both sides so that not to, I guess, polarize somebody in the audience that no, I'm a night owl, I'm not a morning person. You did that well. You shared your opinion in a kind of nuanced way, which was good. I felt that you could have added a story to it, maybe a story about how maybe oh no, my sleep schedule is now all ruined. I have my school tomorrow. How do I get up? And when I do get up, I had my exam. I completely ruined my exam. What do I do now? If you can put me in that kind of a scene, a story, that would help me to see that problem better. That this is such a huge problem of whether you should be a night owl or whether you should be waking up early. So I would want you to introduce more story, more personal elements into your table topic there. Next, we have Toastmaster Mank. Toastmaster Mank, your table topic was very relatable, very humorous. We all were very entertained. You were able to bring quite a new element to it with all of the different tangents that you went down. And you were able to put a nice story together with the relatable characters. It almost felt like you were describing my life story to me. I do feel others would have felt the same way. You did that very well. I felt it was a very good topic. For now, I have no recommendations that I could think of. So kudos on that. Last we had to be Toastmaster Whipple. So to be Toastmaster Whipple, you stayed with the topic well, the message well, and you were able to also come to the idea of freedom. You did not go into it straight away. You mentioned Independence Day. It is a good thing that instead of talking about freedom right away, which would ended have ended your table topic in 20 to 30 seconds, you went to independence, you went to different things that you have been through, and then you went back home to the original topic and you did not forget the original topic, which can be an issue. You did that very well. Um, I wanted to see some more emotion from your side, some more nuanced delivery, maybe the use of your hands. I see you, just in the screen here. I want you to go here, maybe, try something if you can do that to like that. Yeah, good. That's good. You're taking my feedback very immediately. I like it. But, you're able to kind of compound on what content you're trying to deliver just by using your hands, by using your expressions, by using your voice and taking it up, pulling it down, taking a pause in the right place. That is something I would want you to work on for this topic. The content was good. I want you to work more on the delivery side of it. That is it for my evaluation. I believe now we move on to the closing end of the meeting. As I guess I'll take off my table topic evaluator hat off and put on my presiding officer hat and take some feedback from the guests who have joined us today. We have a special guest joining us today. Um, Toastmaster Mank. I was not able to speak to him in the beginning, but now I would like to take his feedback on the meeting and how he liked the whole experience.
Oh, I loved it. It was feeling so nice to be part of a Toastmaster meeting on a Sunday, as if it was a Saturday. It's very rare that I get a Saturday and a Sunday off, and this week happened to be one. So it was really fun, and I felt that I'm out of practice. I was not able to speak in that fluency as I used to be, and I think practice is key, and I'm losing practice on this aspect. So great, and thank you so much for holding this session on Sunday. I was totally against it that people will not join, etc., etc. But no, Toastmaster Aryan, you really turning the concepts, proving the concepts wrong, the old ones, and maybe it's the Gen Z who's okay. So great.
Thank you very much. I believe you also have Friday off in the coming week, right?
I have a Friday off and a Sunday off, but not a Saturday off.
Okay. Would you like to take up tea mode since you have Friday off? You have time to prepare.
Huh? The